I'm sure you've heard about e-commerce and private labeling before, and I'm sure you've heard about all these people building multi-million-dollar brands and selling them for millions of dollars. The truth is, building an e-commerce business is not as complicated and doesn't require as much money as you might think. You're really only one product away from building a business that can replace or even double or triple your 9-to-5 income. You're only one business exit away from completely changing your financial life forever. Over the last few years, tons of e-commerce brands have skyrocketed, including Comfort, Rode, Mayleys, Cuts, Bloom, and Ridge Wallet. One thing they all have in common is that they all sell lots of products under their brand names. However, you can build $1 million or even $5 million business with just one product, one sales funnel, and one traffic source. I'll share exactly what product, what type of funnel, and what traffic source work best in this video in a few minutes. I've personally built my own brand to over $50 million per year in under 7 years. We grew sales to $2.5 million in the first year and $16 million in the second year, with only one product, one funnel, and one traffic source that I'm going to show you today. In this video, I'm going to explain step by step how to build $1 million e-commerce business that you could eventually sell for a life-changing amount of money. The first step is picking a product. If you want to build $1 million business or more, you need a product that can easily sell millions of dollars per year. Therefore, the first criterion for choosing a product to sell is that it already sells well. There are two other important criteria I'm going to share shortly, so pay close attention. You could go out and invent a totally new product hoping for the best, but that's way too risky and isn't necessary. It's far easier, faster, and less risky to sell a product similar to those that already sell well. In e-commerce, the easiest way to know if a product sells well is to look at Amazon. Amazon accounts for half of all e-commerce sales in the United States and a significant portion of online sales in other major markets such as the United Kingdom, Germany, and Japan. On Amazon, the easiest way to tell if a product sells well is to look at its best sellers rank. Open up any product page on Amazon and scroll to the product details section. Look for best sellers rank, and you want to look for the first category listed. That's the biggest and broadest category for that product. And best tells you how well that product sells. For example, this collagen product has a best sellers rank of 301 in the health and household category. That means out of the hundreds of thousands and potentially millions of health and household related products on Amazon, this product is in the top 300 or so. That means it sells a lot. To understand what that means in terms of number of units sold and total dollar amount of sales, you can use a free Amazon sales estimator tool. At a rank of around 300 in this category, this product sells an estimated more than 40,000 units per month. Multiply that by its selling price of around $39, and you get an estimated sales for this one product of $1.8 million per month. To build $1 million or better business per year, look for a product that sells at least double your goal. That ensures there's enough demand for the product that you want to sell and you have room to expand. So you now know that you must sell products with plenty of existing demand, meaning proven sales volume. And you know how to figure that out for free for any product sold on Amazon. Now, how do you narrow that list of millions of potential products and dozens of categories you could explore for opportunities down into a manageable list? You start with what you know. You're likely going to sell this product and build your brand for years, and it's much more fun and rewarding to sell a product that you actually use yourself. One of the first products I created in my own brand was a natural weight loss product. It got popularized because of the Dr. Oz TV show. I jumped on the opportunity and had a good quality ingredients, and it didn't hurt anybody, this product. But I didn't believe in it. I didn't think it actually worked and required making too many false promises. I made a good amount of sales because I was in the right place at the right time with the right product, but I had a hard time really devoting myself to promoting and improving that product. So I eventually just shut that business down. In contrast, I now own a healthy coffee company with products I use and love. I drink our coffee every day. I fully believe in our promises and the value of our product. My family drinks our products, and a lot of them are paying happy customers. It's been so much more fun and more profitable to build this business selling a product that I actually believe in. So only sell what you would buy yourself. Being an actual user of your product gives you an advantage over everyone else who just sells products to make money. So, to narrow the list of potential categories to explore for products, start with the ones related to what you're interested in. Start by searching for Amazon bestsellers on Google, then pull up this Amazon page with all the categories. Next, start opening up the ones you're most interested in. Scan through the first top 100 products and start building a list of ones related to what you already buy, to your hobbies, to your work, and other interests. You can also click through subcategories on the left to dig deeper into more specific categories. Take note of the main category, the first one you clicked on, and each product's best sellers rank within that category. Aim to build a list of 15 to 20 opportunities or so. Then make sure each opportunity you find sells at least $2 million per year. Now we have two of the three criteria for choosing a good product to build a $1 million or better business. First is proven demand, and second is something you know. The third and final criteria for choosing a product is to offer something unique to the marketplace. When you enter an existing, likely crowded market, you can't expect to win by selling the same thing as everyone else. Because you're just starting out, your costs are likely going to be higher, so you can't compete on price. You also don't want to compete on price anyways. The most proven way to make money in this business is by charging a premium price. Therefore, you must offer something unique that's not currently available in the market. Fortunately, that's easier than you may think. All you do is start looking through the reviews of your top few opportunities. Look at the reviews of the product you found and the other products that also sell well on Amazon. Start reading the reviews, beginning with the 5 stars to see what people like about the product and why they're buying it. Then work your way down to 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, and even 1-star reviews. What are the most common complaints? Who's buying the product and what are they buying it for? You're going to quickly discover a gap. There's something people want that doesn't exist or that could be better that's not being adequately offered by existing products. That's your opportunity. In 2011, 4 younger guys living in an apartment in Chicago realized that it was slightly humiliating and a bit embarrassing to order pink and yellow flower-covered bathroom wipes for their bachelor pad. They saw an opportunity to take an existing stale product, bathroom wipes, and tailor it to a big underserved market, guys. Today, Dude Wipes generates hundreds of millions of dollars in sales selling bathroom wipes for guys. In our business, selling healthy coffee, we actually read our own reviews after we first started selling and realized that lots of customers loved that our coffee was low acid. Many drank coffee for decades until it started hurting their stomachs due to the high acidity of most coffees. That gave us our unique angle. We put that in all of our ads and landing pages and our sales took off. So when you combine your own knowledge of the market plus the knowledge you'll gain reading lots of reviews of the top selling products available today, I guarantee that you'll find something unique to offer the market with your version of any product that you find. The next step is to find a supplier for the product you want to sell. One of the most important parts of this whole e-commerce strategy is you must own the brand. You do not want to just resell somebody else's branded product like dropshippers do. If you're going to spend a bunch of time researching a product to sell, creating an online store, and getting customers, you might as well own the brand. It's not that much more work, but it's way more profitable. First, you don't have a middleman, the brand, to pay. You order directly from the manufacturer, so your profits stay higher. Second, your business is worth more. A typical valuation multiple for a dropshipping business where you don't own the brand is 1.5 to 3 times profits. A typical valuation multiple for a branded e-commerce business where you do own the brand is 3 to 5 times profits or more. For the same amount of time and effort, you build a business with higher profits and that's worth at least twice as much as a multiple of those profits. So with the product you found, you need to find a supplier that can make a similar product with a unique attribute that you want to add under your own brand name. Fortunately, finding a supplier is extremely simple, and I've personally taught tens of thousands of people how to do it. For most products, everything except for skincare, health supplements, and food products, basically everything that doesn't go on your body or in your body, you go straight to Alibaba.com. From there, you type in a description of the product you want to sell, and you'll see many suppliers to choose from. Look for the ones with products most similar to the one that you want to sell and contact them. Tell them what you want to do, the unique thing you want to change about the product, and ask if they can do it and how much it's going to cost per unit. You also need to get how many units you're going to need to order from them to do this, also known as the minimum order quantity. And toward the end of this video, in a section on frequently asked questions, I'm going to break down the exact startup costs for this type of business, including your initial inventory investment. Once you find a supplier that can make the product you want to sell with the modifications you want with a reasonable minimum order quantity, you next want to double check the potential profit of this product. A good rule of thumb is you want to be able to sell the product for 4 to 5 times your cost. The way to know how much you can sell the product for is to look at the products that already sell well in that market. Go back to Amazon, look at the products that sell well, meaning they have a lower best sellers rank, then look at the products that sell for the highest price and still sell well. This is going to give you a range. You've got all the average ones, and then you've got the most expensive. Once you establish a brand with a new differentiator, you'll likely be able to sell for even more than the most expensive product in the market. In fact, that's your goal. You want to offer a premium product at a premium price and make premium profits. The simple way to ensure you'll make enough money from your product to be worth it is to take the cost price your supplier gives you per unit, add $1 for estimated shipping costs from the manufacturer, and then multiply that number times 4. Ideally, the average price for the product sold in the market currently is that number or higher, meaning that you could sell around their price and you could still have that 4 to 5x markup. But even if you had to sell at the premium price of the most expensive product to get your 4x markup, that can still work too. So one reason to start with multiple potential product opportunities in your spreadsheet is in case the cost or minimum order quantities come back too high from suppliers, which can happen. If that's the case, just move down to the next product in your list. Once you find a product that you can make unique and get it for a reasonable price, the last step is to order a sample from at least 2 suppliers. This allows you to check out their product quality with a real sample in your hands. Once you've chosen your favorite sample, then it's time to order inventory. I recommend ordering the fewest number of units possible to reduce your risk. And before ordering inventory, you'll need to create your own brand name and logo. Fortunately today, this is easier than ever with AI. Use any popular AI tool such as ChatGPT to come up with a brand name and starting logo. Then buy a domain for your brand name and future website. Ideally, choose a brand name that has the .com domain available to make it easier for customers to find and type in your store's URL in the future. Next, you need to set up your operations system. Even though you're selling physical goods, you can still set up a nearly automated system that allows you to run your entire business with just a laptop and an internet connection from anywhere in the world. The main component of this system you need to set up when you're ready is fulfillment, or the storing, packing, and shipping of inventory. Just as your manufacturer specializes in manufacturing products, third-party logistics providers, or 3PLs, specialize in e-commerce fulfillment. With a quick Google search, you can find dozens of good potential fulfillment companies. Even Amazon can fulfill orders for you whether you sell on Amazon or not. And I'll share shortly where I recommend you start selling, and it's not Amazon. But eventually, you will want to sell on Amazon. Once you contact a fulfillment company, also known as a 3PL as a reminder, then you can have your manufacturer send your finished inventory directly to the fulfillment company. The fulfillment company will store your inventory in its warehouses. Then, once you start getting orders from customers, you can easily connect your Shopify store, TikTok shop, and Amazon store to automatically send orders directly to your fulfillment company. Your fulfillment company will then automatically package and ship those orders to your customers. All you have to do is watch your inventory level at your fulfillment center. When it runs low, you place another order with your manufacturer. Then the whole cycle repeats itself. That's how you can nearly automate this entire business's operations. The only remaining piece is customer service. The vast majority of customer service requests for e-commerce is shipping related. People can't find their packages and that sort of thing. When you sell on Amazon, Amazon takes care of all the shipping, so your customer service is minimal. When you sell on your own website, you can use automated shipping apps that send notifications to customers with their tracking information. That cuts down on customer service dramatically. But you still need at least one person to handle additional customer service messages. And until you reach a larger scale, you can either just do that yourself, like most people do, or hire someone overseas from a website such as Upwork.com to respond to customer service messages for as less than $10 an hour. Now that you have a product to sell, a manufacturer to make it, and your automated operation system set up, you're ready to start selling. After teaching people e-commerce for over 14 years, including helping people build tons of million-dollar businesses and even some $100 million plus businesses, here's how I'd recommend you start to produce sales. First, set up a Shopify store for your brand. This will become your primary sales channel and will serve as the website for your brand. Choose really any available Shopify theme. Then connect your order system to your fulfillment system so orders automatically get sent there. If you don't know how to do this or which app to use, just ask your fulfillment center what all of their clients use. They're already going to be familiar with it and will make getting set up very simple. Next, get 5 to 10 high-quality photos of your product. Today, this is easier than ever with AI. You can use a real photography service such as productphotography.com to take actual photos of your product. But you can now get the majority of others created using AI tools such as ChatGPT and Nano Banana by Google. Then create a really good product page. Your product page includes all the photos, descriptions, pricing, and reviews for your product, and that's where most of your traffic is going to go to and where most people will buy from. So spend 80% of your time optimizing your product page. It's far more important than the rest of your entire store. To know what a good product page looks like, search in Google for top direct-to-consumer brands or top Shopify brands. Then open those brands' Shopify stores and navigate to their product pages. Aim to make your product page as good or better than theirs. As a quick checklist of things to include on your product page, use these: a good product title, 5 to 10 high-quality product images, benefits of the product, specific features, which you want to be as detailed and specific as possible, text and star rating reviews. And don't worry if you don't have any of those yet, because I'm going to discuss how to get those shortly. 10 plus photo reviews, at least 2 video reviews, and some sort of guarantee, such as a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Once you have a really good product page, do a test order on your store to make sure everything works well. And now you're ready to launch your product. Your whole goal at first is to get initial reviews. So it's okay to not make much money on your initial sales. Feel free to offer a huge discount to encourage early reviews, but just limit it to a handful of units, such as 10 to 20. To get your early reviews, I recommend just start with friends and family members. Tell them about your new product, how excited you are, and give them a product or ask them to buy it using your big discount. Then post on your social media if you can't get enough friends and family. Then if you can't do that, you can always run ads, which we'll talk about shortly. Your whole goal at first is to get 20 plus reviews on your Shopify product page. You want text reviews, photo reviews, meaning people literally just holding the product and taking a selfie, and at least 2 video reviews, which also just selfie style, somebody talking into their phone saying, here's my experience using this product and why I like it. Once you have that, you're ready to implement the exact same scaling system that can take your business all the way up to millions of dollars per year in sales with this one product page, and just one traffic source. You've likely heard people talk about a lot of ways to grow sales for businesses: search engine optimization, Facebook ads, influencers, TikTok shops, organic content, branding, and so on. The best way to grow sales is the same way we grew our sales to our first $25 million per year, and still produces the majority of our sales at $50 million plus per year that we do today, which is Facebook ads. Now, there's one other way to grow sales that doesn't require spending any money at all on ads and is 100% free, but we'll discuss that in a few minutes. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, allows you to run ads to its billions of users for as little as $1 a day. Almost every major e-commerce brand, including those doing hundreds of millions of dollars per year, spends the majority of their advertising money on Meta or Facebook. You'll hear me use those interchangeably. It's the biggest advertising channel for all e-commerce brands, and it's far easier to run ads on it than you may think, even if you have no experience. There's just one piece of your product page that we have to discuss first. When you run ads on any platform, including Meta, you typically pay per 1,000 impressions. That means you pay money every time they show your ad, whether people buy your product or not. To make money paying per impressions, you need to get a few things right. First, you have to create interesting ads that drive clicks, and we'll talk about that in a second. Second, you have to get a large number of people who click on your ad to actually buy. The whole point of creating nice product images, including benefits and features, and including lots of reviews on your product page is to convert as many visitors into buyers as possible. Third, you need to get buyers to buy as much as humanly possible upfront. If you're just starting out and you get a lot of people to buy, but they don't buy enough upfront, you can burn cash while growing your business. They might come back and buy again in a year, but you'll be out of cash and can't scale. Therefore, it's very important to get customers to buy more upfront. The easiest ways to do this are through bundling and upsells. To start, follow this rule. Never let a customer buy just one. On your product page, offer discounts for customers who buy multiple units, such as 3 or 6 units up front. We do this on every one of our product pages and landing pages. You'd be surprised at how many customers will buy 3, 6, or even 10 plus units up front if you offer a good enough deal. Second, you want to add upsells, which are like the candy bars and gum packs you see when checking out at a grocery store. You want people to throw more in their carts before they finish buying. 2 popular Shopify apps to offer upsells are Aftersell and Zipify One-Click Upsell. The easiest upsell to offer is just more of what they already bought. For example, in our coffee business, if someone buys 3 bags of medium roast ground, we upsell 3 more bags of medium roast ground at an even better discount. Through bundling and upsells, we've been able to increase our average order value, meaning the average amount of customers spend per order, to over $80, when most other coffee companies settle for selling single $15 bags of coffee. That's also how we've scaled to tens of millions of dollars per year without any outside funding, venture capital, or debt. It's because we get customers to buy more upfront. Now you're ready to scale your business. As we discussed, start with Facebook ads. Following what we've went through so far, you have a good product page. You just need good ads now. Fortunately, this is easier than you may think. Go into Google and search for Facebook ad library, and then type in some of those top Shopify or direct-to-consumer brands that you found earlier. Look at their ads, especially those that have been running a long time. What text do they include? Is it an image or a video? What types of videos? What's in those videos? Break down a few of their ads piece by piece, then model them for your own business. Don't copy their content, but model your ad for your own business with your own content as closely as possible to the structure of theirs. For example, a common template you'll find if you look at enough of these videos is what I call a mini sales video. The ad starts with a shocking opener just to wake people up who are just scrolling on Facebook, not expecting to buy anything, something to get them to stop scrolling and pay attention. Then the video goes through 3 to 5 key benefits of the product, using the product in different contexts, people talking about why they like it. And lastly, the video closes with a short call to action screen that mentions the product and why to buy it today. Creating good ads is as simple as following a template like that and modeling your ads after what's already working for other brands. All you have to do is create 3 to 5 video ads and 3 to 5 image ads to start. Then create a single Facebook campaign. Add 1 ad set for video ads and 1 ad set for image ads. Don't do any specific targeting other than the country or countries you can sell in, such as the United States. Then load all your images ads into the image ad set, then load all of your video ads into the video ad set, and then set a budget of $20 to $50 a day per ad set. Then let Facebook work its magic. It's gonna find you customers. Your whole job to scale your business once you launch those ads is the following. Create more and better ads to keep feeding the Facebook machine, follow up with customers who buy from you to get more reviews that you can then add to your landing page to increase your conversion rate even further, and then monitor your upsells and bundle offers and keep improving them, play with the discounts, play with how you present products to get customers to buy more upfront. Eventually, with enough tweaking, you'll get to the point at which you can make more upfront from the sales than you spend on ads. At that point, you just keep increasing your ad budgets to scale your business. It's literally that simple. Now, if you're on a tight budget, or even if you're not, but want another way to scale without spending money on ads, there's one other way. Rather than running ads, you create free content and post it on any of the short-form video platforms such as TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. Look at your market. Follow top accounts on those social media platforms that are posting content related to what you sell. And just like with ads, model your videos that you post on those platforms after what's working. Don't steal or copy their content, but model what's working for them. How do they introduce the video? What's in the first 3 seconds? What is the flow after that for the video? How long is it? And how do they end the video? Then create 3 to 5 pieces of content like that every day for your brand and post it on social media. Keep improving your videos with every one that you post. This strategy is 100% free and just takes time and effort. It's not how we built our business, but it definitely works. The cool thing is, once you find a piece of content that performs really well for free because you just posted it and it got a lot of views and a lot of engagement, you can always take that piece of content and turn it into an ad. It's almost guaranteed to work because it's already worked as a free piece of content. Now, this exact model is how I'd start a new business today if I were starting all over, and it's the same advice I'd give to a close friend. So here are a few common questions that could be on your mind at this point. What if I don't live in the USA? Well, if you live in any other country, in most cases, you can sell in the US. We've had people from hundreds of different countries, believe it or not, that have figured out how to sell in the US. But also, people buy stuff online in almost every country that I can think of, or at least that I'm aware of, or you'd probably be reaching me from. And so you can take these same strategies and likely apply it in your home country or a country near yours as well. Number 2, what's the cost to get started? The biggest cost is inventory. A typical upfront inventory investment is around $5,000 or so. It might be more, it might be less. Your goal is to get that as low as possible while still selling a high quality, unique product. The only other major cost is advertising. You can post free content and spend nothing on ads. But should you choose to run ads, which is really my recommendation, I'd suggest being able to invest up to an additional $2,000 to $3,000 in ads. Now that assumes you make zero money for that ad spend, which is also unlikely, but that's worst case scenario. Third, when will I make some amount of money in the future? I get these questions all the time. When can I make this amount of money because somebody wants to replace a job or something like that? And how long is it going to take? I'd be prepared to make nothing if I were you for a year. You'll want to put every dollar you make back into inventory and advertising to grow your business. Eventually, once you build up enough sales and enough of a customer base, you can start paying yourself. I'd expect, like I said, to make nothing for a year, and that means don't quit your job yet. This is a powerful investment you're making that could change your financial life forever. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a real business that requires a real investment of time and money. However, if you stick with it, keep learning and keep building, you can build a business worth millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars, and you'll never have to work for anyone else for the rest of your life. And I believe the risk is definitely worth the reward. Now, the reason I'm sharing all this with you is because I believe Benjamin Franklin was correct in saying that it's hard for an empty sack to stand upright. I believe you're destined for more. I believe you can be a great example for others, a great inspiration, and a great role model. And I believe you can do a lot of good in the world. I also know that being your best self is much easier when you have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, you don't have the pressure of financial commitments and job obligations weighing you down. I've seen it firsthand. I've helped people build million-dollar businesses that went on to inspire many, many more that I would have never reached myself. And that's what I want more of. So I'm here sharing this with you so that you make a lot of money and you can go on to inspire people that I'm personally never going to reach. And I have a lot more coming for you. If you want more strategies and insights to help you build wealth and create successful businesses so you can make the biggest impact possible in the world, then subscribe to my channel. I'll keep sharing everything I can to help you on your journey.